rise. I think that this was a team coming in from Ascension, and now, well, they're one of the contenders.
Well, they absolutely are. G2 have looked fantastic, and even within Americas, they made the whole run all the way to the grand finals without dropping a series.
They're going to walk up B, fake A a little bit. They're going to fake A a little bit. Hopefully we don't over-rotate.
Could give the edge over to that G2 squad. Attack side to start it out here on Icebox.
Come on, Ilya. Give me the sentry if they give it to you.
Waiting outside B. They're just taking space, contesting for some of those angles. PRX yet to react.
But that's the thing, the defensive side for PRX.
I like this up-down.
It's that brawly old style. You got the same.
Oh yeah, good damage, good damage.
They're just looking for fights. They're looking to try and battle.
Oh no, 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 no! Stay.
There was only one defender, more of a retake setup for PRX. And
oh, they've walked in, man.
I think they're gonna have to retake.
Yeah, there's not much of a choice here.
5v5 retake, but we have Sagewell. We have Sagewell to retake, it's okay.
The blob play, just leaving something to go through the kitchen, while the rest look for the site control. Now G2 have their post plans. Nobody sent out to mid just yet, but I see Valorant checking the flank, and perhaps that'll be late flank indeed. He's on his way. The timer starts ticking now for PRX to get on that spike and start the defuse. Back yellow fight is the main point of contention, still being held onto by Leaf, getting closer to block that defuse around the wall, and they're dropping bodies all over the place. Only left to divide, and he's quickly shut down.
It's okay,
Valorant's made it through on the flank, but the time's already gone. It's 1-0.
Advantage we see for G2. Early days though. I'm going to see some investment back into.
Do I lose all my money, guys? It's
again,
okay.
A stack up on the A site, expecting the pressure to be there, and I think Divine might have been spotted by the Giant.
Yeah, he popped up on the mini-map, nice and easy. Leafs even managed to find Jing, but at the cost of his life, still just a pistol lost. While they take control on the other side of the map.
That's okay, the game just started. We're slow starters.
Plan setup and the dangers of this round. Often you will see a bit of a danger if someone like Jing is still alive to put the wall down. Potentially,
we are not cooked.
They can get
far
a
from
decent
cooked.
amount of ground on the defuse. We've certainly seen that in EMEA a couple of times. But yeah, Natonk. And on or under the wall, he's just as effective. But for PRX, they don't have that option. And so it's going to be a pretty difficult time trying to do anything in the way of damage. Something's made it up behind, though, and he might be able to drop a few weapons. A few nice shots with Trent down, and another to Jonah P. This is getting quite costly for G2. And something didn't look to be stopped anytime soon.
Spiffy.
Fallon steps in.
You cannot get bonus.
You've ever seen in your entire life. So
Aaron cannot die here.
Absolutely
cannot die here.
And for G2 in this round, there is going to be a piece missing. Of course, it's the 3 rifles.
Okay, good. He's playing passive.
You're only going to have those extra couple brought back up. Not going to overinvest. But they do have themselves thrashed.
Problem is, they're not challenging yellow enough.
Available in this round, unless, as said, something gets a couple of extra kills.
Well, Harbor's using all his utility to clear out these angles. They've gained space, but towards A, poking.
Like, it's very easy for them to take yellow.
To see where the aggression was coming through. They found out the hard way. The Outlaw was posted up. Mid-push from PRX.
Oh, I didn't even see that kill. Nice. I didn't even see how Leaf died.
Better find value because Valon's gone down through the spams. And now PRX gearing up for a retake. Just 2 players defending around that.
Let's get a fucking clean round here, shall we?
On, so it's not like Jonah P is going to get a free fight.
Oh, please, Jonah, don't do anything.
Yeah, it might just be out of
range. Nice, Ilya. Nice.
There's no one else left to draw their
They have to be aware he's here now.
Only Jonah P. And, well,
okay,
his chances of stopping this defuse.
Come on, guys!
Like, even though the utility had gone offline, when you have 5 players alive and only 1 on the other side...
Nice clean round. Ilya upgraded to a Vandal.
For G2, okay, you challenge
right here.
You're going to have to fight him. And
lovely.
That was just low shields in this round for Leaf. So something that, again, they're going to have to keep in mind for future.
Not cheering for NA?
I don't mind what
Fuck NA,
even though I said it's always going to be tough to play those retakes if the weaponry's online and if G2 have all their utility. They're basically just relying on, okay, can we spam someone down? Because they aren't really using much to sort of protect that player.
Well, early game plan's going to be a little bit of scouting.
Okay, we're pushing A. They have B. They're going to take B cleanly. But we have a double flank, which is a good thing.
Big push from PRX.
We've pushed all the way through A. We need this kill on Leaf. We need this kill on Leaf. We need this kill on Leaf.
He's gone back to put his trap in play, and his alarm bot does cover all the angles. He's sticking around as well to try to execute. It's going to be a tough fight, though. Something and Jing hot on his tail.
Ah, they know. They know. No, man.
Immediately. Thrash is going to be utilized, and you can see
oh my god, they don't know.
Trying to bait it out, but instead it's going to be Jing caught. Can he try and defend him? No, he can't. Both players eliminated. And now the rest trying to wrap around the site. Jonah P, good position, tries to use the timing, but goes down. But again, those trades are immediate from the G2 side. The fundamentals looking strong and
okay, yo. Can we put Ilya at B, please? This B control is too fucking easy for them, man.
Gonna have to change things up because they are
something's pulled out the operator.
Yeah, this is our map pick too. We gotta win it.
Risk, but it just might pay off.
Okay, he made it.
Well, so it really does show the faith he has in that gun. But he went over to the B.
It's fine. It's fine. Now we know it's not B. Now we know it's A.
Catch G2. But instead they put early pressure in onto the A site. A mid lurk as well from Jonah P looking to try and take space, although
they're not going into Ilya's op at all.
Eyes in the form of the turret and
I'm telling you right now, this is the round Jing actually owns them.
Oh, I think that was through the orb. The orb was up when that spam came in and through a wall as well.
He's broken it for his teammates so that Jonah P can take the space. Like, maybe they consider that someone could have already crossed, but you can see that on the other side, Forsaken is watching mid. He's keeping an eye on it, but he has no idea that somebody's already in kitchen.
Yeah, you're expecting that cross to be the player that was further back, breaking the turret. Now, Jing taking down Icy. A good start. Spike on the floor, but there's Jonah P's flank coming into fruition. Devi tries to hold the space. Spike down, and they want to keep that control. Jing's coming in to support up top. It's a big swing.
Let's go!
Works out, leaving Jonah P, the flanker, to do it all. Something gets a second.
What did I say? What the fuck did I say? Wait, what?
But Jonah P really starting to take a bite out of this round. 20 seconds left.
We had bomb.
Spike quite far away, defended by Devi, and an op on the rotation. A near impossible situation.
We had bomb. Why is he running back? How is that my fault?
From Jing. There is still a chance if he can quickly find this kill, but I think it's patient from Devi. He actually gets away.
Oh, and it's fine. He won't get bombed down. He won't get bombed down. Impossible.
It's only going to be the sprint straight away, just trying to deny him while Devi.
Perfectly played.
Make sure that does not
that is not my fault, chat. JJ dropped the bomb. They knew where this guy was, and he ran after him. No. Don't put that on me.
He could have been
that G2 are doing very well is just selling false information, like breaking that turret from a
Can we break the drone?
Back.
Can we break the drone or no?
To give space.
See or no?
Turret up top. Doesn't matter. Something's got the kill anyways. It was broken from further back, and nice setup for PRX. And then they fill in the space. You know they're not likely to challenge that a second time. The push-up, though, it's a little risky. Something's being surrounded on all sides. Jing's kept control over main, but they've lost the site itself.
Nice,
a nice kill by Mindfreak makes this a little bit more competitive.
No, sir.
Down and out. Icy's the last man standing.
David shut on him.
5 HP on Mindfreak. That's probably the only thing we can look to as a positive. He's got some utility. That'll buy him some time. The wraparound up towards heaven. And they still think that he's pretty close. The alarm bells should be ringing, and now, well, now they've got the information of exactly where he is.
He's dead.
Got to deal with this guy, but a double swing should put him in the ground. It's a little early for Mindfreak, but
Aaron is here to fucking play. Do you hear me?
This guy is popping up in
Aaron is here to play, buddy.
I feel like there were players getting caught.
Opportunity for him on the A side. Early aggression coming out. All pushing up, covered by Jing yet again. Always has that second man behind him.
Come on, Ilya. One more entry.
They fall back. Set up for another pick. Good space taking.
The guns.
We can't let them win this low buy.
Yeah, Jonah P's the only one that actually has a rifle. They haven't spotted him. He's got way too
far. Nice trade.
And now the rest, well.
And good res. Ilya, please calm down, Ilya. Never mind, keep it up.
Shorty kill as well. Something farming them up. It's Icy left alone.
Ilya.
Again, a 1v5
This is why Alex loses his mind,
a little
man.
mistake from PRX. Probably good they got it out of the way in this round, but Devi moves out of range of that alarm bot, and just 1 second.
What the fuck is he doing?
Jonah P's flanks.
Just live, man. You're good. You won the round already. You have an op.
Yeah, I think the only time. 4-3. Lead taken by PRX. Something, as said, if this guy's online, it's terrifying. And while Jing's gonna push over the top.
It's okay. They'll run until Ilya's up. That was good bait.
Double push, yeah. They've got something as well. Straight down the two. We saw him sprinting right at the start of the round.
Peek, see what happens to you. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Will they wall off something?
That's what I thought.
Yes, they will. Sending it out.
I like it though. Ilya's got balls. He's got balls. He's got them Russian balls. He's not scared at all.
Like a package deal. So a lot of the time, if you've seen Jing, then you go, all right, there's probably an operator here. Let's be careful with it. The early rotation, though, from PRX is great.
All 5B?
3 players on this side of the map. Again, they haven't spotted any sort of cross back, and with Thrash about to clear out some of the closer angles, but that's irretrievable now. Can't be utilized again.
Yeah, they've got to get the kills to take the space if that's going to be a factor in the late round, and by then you won't really need it.
They don't know.
Mindfreak tucked up close.
They don't know Mindfreak's here.
Why'd I call him Mindfreak?
His name is clearly Aaron.
Yellow push.
Good ult.
Viper's Pit. Yeah, there it is. It's activated. So it's online for both squads.
This bomb's going to be so hard to get down.
To activate his with a lockdown in play to push them out of the pit.
We have Killjoy ult too. It's fine.
No, he's out of here. And I think the pit's going to drop because of it.
Yeah, I don't think there shouldn't be enough time for him to get back into that.
So this is going to be a hard round to win now.
Removing that from play. There's a lockdown on the other side. This is just what I like to call an observer's nightmare.
G2's ahead on this round.
Being used all over the shop.
Fuck.
We're going to get the third person as now they do what was done to them, but I do believe just with the corner, you might be able to hold on to this ultimate. And I feel like G2 are going to try and do that.
They are, but you could see the pings from PRX. They want to compete for that back angle.
It's too hard to win this round.
Jing, something Forsaken, all falling. Icy's having a round.
This is a very well played round by G2. I gotta give him respect.
PRX likely to head for the hills. Maybe looking to stick around and make this a bit more costly and eventually delete the enemy of Icy. Pick up the operator and look to save it. Being challenged on the way, though. There's no free escape with Devi falling. The op will not be carried through to the next, and this has been a costly round for the side of PRX with G2 equalizing.
So we have a ton of money.
Yeah, I like the way.
Wait, don't we don't have money? Never mind.
You
can get an op though. Someone can drop him an op.
A couple of ultimates in play here. Things are much tougher for the opponents.
Well, G2 are wasting no time in the A main control, sending Jonah P out to the B site. No surprise, he's on the lurk. The success, he's had a lot of success, but whenever he does, like you say, Tom, the main push is always the one that fails. Jonah P does well here, lighting Mindfreak down to 46, but fails to get the kill on the jump peak, and the rotation's on its way. They're focused on the B site. Well. PRX seem to have
I think Aaron's going to die here, man.
You see the shift from Devi. He's closer by now in Kitchen to help out.
Jing trying to keep his teammates safe from information, but the Dizzy likely going to do that. The immediate
nice, he got his one.
Still gets one, and now trying to play over the top of the site. Leaf picks him out of the air. It's an angle that I feel like a lot of players would miss, but not Leaf. And now the retake's looking tough.
Yeah, it absolutely is. The numbers against them, and there it is. Thrash was online, activated now. Valen tucked down below, manages to catch Devi and something off guard. And there's no need for any further aggression from this G2 side. Forsaken's out of here to try to save, but they've already got him boxed in. Like you said, Tom, Leaf right up behind him. Whoop, the timing, he might actually have seen the barrel there. Yeah, now he's got a good idea, but
okay.
That's one way to do it.
Fuck.
Lead back in G2's hands.
Met by anything. There's a lot more passive from the side of G2, and obviously a lot of the goal is just to try and collect the orbs. I don't think they're going to be able to get the one on the B site, though, because...
Am I not on 1080p?
G2 have been,
I am, I know.
Again, very heavy on the B lean. A lot of the time when it's gone in the other direction... And
if I do 1440, it lags. Or, yeah.
They just have an incredibly clean B execute and post plant, and they are abusing it.
Look at how cautious G2 are being. Playing early, we saw on the A site, PRX took the control for free, like you said, and they grabbed themselves an orb. But G2 do just the same. Now pump the brakes, stand in a firing squad. A little bit of danger on the push, but it's dealt with immediately. Forsaken, able to step up for one. Second shot not going to land, and 64 HP. He's out of here with the Sheriff. Rotation off the A site leaves Jing alone, but he is tucked down below. An uncouth position. And one Leaf has to be cautious of, but he was watching it as the peek comes in. Now Jing tagged low. At least get himself a little bit of a heal and drop Leaf. Okay, this is not...
I don't think the heal played any part in that.
No, not at all. It got him back to 76 in the end, but they're set up in a decent position.
Yeah, both Hunter's Furies online now as well. Forsaken got it from getting that extra kill.
Come on. There's a world where we win this round. I'm not even trolling.
If he can be disruptive here, that would be nice. The spot comes in from something. Dizzy not going to play a part, and now there it goes.
Why do I hear it twice?
Fury from the flank. It's not really going to do too much, but the time is an issue. 15 seconds now for the side of G2 to try and make their way in towards the side. Up above, it seemed like Jing may not have been paying attention, didn't hear the sounds, and even though it comes super late in the round, they're going to get that plant.
This is not a comfortable anti-eco, but they've managed to make it work. 3 versus 1. Forsaken known to be behind. He threw out a dart a moment ago. Had his Hunter's Fury. Nice shot that started.
Oh my god.
Scar wheel.
Jumped a little too soon. 6-4 now. G2. 2-round lead. Chance to extend it even more before the half.
G2 have done well to adapt. Take a lot of early map control. You can even see it now. Throwing early flashes. They want to try and make sure that there's no angle that something could just be sat on with an operator. And well, for now, he's back on the rifle. And again, it seems like every time we have the early aggression from PRX. They're a little bit unlucky.
I mean, they have Harbor ult and Silver ult.
Yeah, they've pushed up on B.
It's going to be such a hard round to win
any
for
aggression out of
PRX.
G2, but players are going to be spotted outside of A. Maybe just the one scene, no. It's not a ton of information to work with. They're conscious of the flank that's been coming through relatively consistently. The push up now on B. The wall actually slows them down. That utility from Valorant has bought them a few valuable seconds. It's got the rotations off of A as well. A is wide open, barring a little bit of Killjoy utility. And now that they think there could be a play towards the B site, Divide toyed with the idea of pushing mid. Luckily he didn't, because Jonah P was waiting as always.
But also it would have taken as a alarm bot down if we went too far. So at least they'll get that extra little piece of information. Now have the players in at the right time. Something
fuck.
Though,
good calling.
Again,
great calling.
It seemed like he was caught off guard, maybe waiting for a slightly late to push
shit, man.
Instead. Another.
They have Silver ult to fucking for defuse as well.
Waiting, watching, knows that right now the flank is clear.
It's too hard. It's too hard.
From Trent. It's going to be a very one-dimensional retake from PRX.
He's heard the steps, but he knows that turret's still online. That's going to be a problem. Has to break it and give it away, but in comes the Hunter's Fury, taking down Forsaken. Divide falls too. They eventually deal with the flank they knew was coming, but there's still so many more to drop. There's Jing onto Icy. A chance now. Life breathed back into the side of PRX, but look, right down below, a sneaky spot from Leaf that gets his third of the round. That may well be the final nail in the coffin of this. With Jing left alive, time ticking away, and he just has to save that weapon, run for the hills, and concede a 7th to G2.
We need five.
A strong lead for the attacking side, and it isn't over.
Something I'm sure they're going to want to try and get online. In fact, already challenging early for the orb, but I was going to say it's gone all right until the extra swing in.
Dude, they are shitting on them.
Doesn't need the orb either, does he? Leaf's got his ult online from that pick. Yeah, that looked really good. The staggering utility from G2 pushed PRX back. They decided to stick around in the choke point, which is often a mistake, but
Guys,
they
what the
won
fuck
the
is
fight
going on?
despite the util being thrown their way. But now the fact that Leaf got that pick, has the ultimate to work with, it's going to buy so much time. And then you've got to root these players out of position. Trent still has a shock dart to work with. I believe there's a nano on the spike alongside an alarm bot. This is going to be a very difficult round, as it has been for PRX in all of these retakes.
That's impossible.
This one feels that little bit
more
stacked against them. Shock dart, the one to find the kill, and Device looking the wrong way into heavy traffic. 8 to 4.
Have to run out, have to run out.
We're looking at, as I said, I think 10-2 attack halves versus the likes of DFM, even DRX, the prior time to last. And a lot of this comes off the back. Well, the two players we've just witnessed, Jing and Forsaken. Jing and Something. A terrifying duo on the entry. But just look at already the aggressive stance that has been taken by G2 in mid.
Yeah, they're looking for the triple push off the back of the contact from Trent. And they're even hearing some of the steps that went around towards A main. Some information there. We'll see how quickly they get on that flank. The retake setup, though, certainly in play. You can see Leaf is just backing off, conceding this space. And in fact, the flank abandoned after breaking the turret. Now look to play this as a more conventional retake. Wall buys a little bit of time, and the plant should be in. Shock dart, though, for damage.
They have so much plant denial a lot of the time on the side of G2, but now it's going to be utilized for the retake. One man still hidden in the corner, and he strikes. Mind Freak with a couple. Jing steps up with another, and in fact, he gets two himself. But it's left onto Trent. You wouldn't want anyone else in a clutch, and although he's low, he's almost taken him down. The shock dart may even kill off Jing, but it doesn't matter. It will be a last-second shot that ends up giving PRX a much-needed pistol round. Get themselves back into the map, and it looks like the defensive side are almost trying to sell confusion here. They've got the Viper screen combining with the Harbor Wall. The thing is, it seems like PRX, similarly to the last round, are just happy to play around their opponent's utility, like almost use it to their advantage. It's whether or not they can abuse the gaps more than their opponents can.
I mean, they've taken a big gamble. The turret is watching the back, but they're committing 5 players after making all this noise. The stack up is there from G2, but it doesn't seem to matter. They're being shredded on the site. With one man behind that wall, soon to fall, it's Icy down and Leaf to do it all. Let's see if he can find a 1v5 with a classic. No, what a surprise. 3 kills from Something. Big round for him, farming up some orbs, and a solid one without a single player falling for PRX.
It's an important round for G2 because they lose this bonus, and it's a strong bonus. They're right back in the game. He's just full sprint. He's just okay, this W gaming. How could I forget?
Yeah, well, in case you needed a reminder, there it is. Man's lost his shift key. We'll see if he finds it soon. Running back down the tube. He's been hurt. Leaf has a vague idea. But look at the commitment from G2 to re-clearing out in kitchen. Player right down below him. And, well, I mean, something is just playing an unhinged style here. He gets shot in the back, but it's just a tickle. And that actually spurs him forward to look for another fight. Jonah P.
They're
all
in
around B while the A side's taken.
They're so focused on him. They're so focused looking at him that in the meantime, they've just walked into the site and planted the spike. Like, you can't blame them. When a guy is running around like a lunatic, you go, okay, I should keep an eye on him. And you need to still keep an eye on him. There was a pixel there that maybe he could find something. Even spotting players around mid, they should know that he's still here. But it seems like they're just relying on this wall, the turret. Is he going to get past it? He is. He's past the turret. And now just going in behind them. Only the one so far, but they have to deal with this man. The whole round has been about dealing with something.
They haven't even seen anyone else. Getting towards the spike, sure, but the guy's still behind them, spraying away. Now the fight up in front. Okay, something falls, so too does Divide, but Spike not even half just yet. The sprays are good. Mindfreak gets another and a triple to close it out. All eyes were on something, but it's Mindfreak that pulls off the magic.
Yeah, a Red Bull clutch that was high impact for sure.
Eye goes down. Early flank underway. Turret's much more passive, so Leaf will get pretty close. Not close enough to actually take anyone down. He could. Oh, of course. Devi's the one that fell right away. So yeah, he's able to make it all the way up, making it into heaven, grabbing himself a weapon, and now a serious danger down below. He's got something. The res is right above. It's free for Leaf. More already. A phenomenal round, and he's looking for more. Mindfreak has to do it again. This time a 4K against Pistols, but he's 30 HP.
Oh, we talk about forgetting about something. I think they forgot the turret was down. He got so much space. Mindfreak might get an isolated 1v1, but now the Sheriffs, well, we normally talk about hitting a headshot. They definitely don't need that. Body shot will do the job. He's trying to sell the idea that he's pushing into the A site, but that idea has not been sold whatsoever. And while Jonah P's going to hit the headshot anyway, the MasterCard Thrifty will be what brings a round onto the board for G2. And well, it's a massive oversight for PRX.
Oh, shied 9-7. The gap either going to close or be extended massively by G2 here. Credits down to the last for PRX.
Yeah, it's done a lot of damage. The only thing that's going to pad the gap is the Viper's pit. By having a stinger in a pit, absolutely fine. So they need to get into the afterplan. Look how quick G2 are already moving around that flank. They're in the spawn already. But by the time they get there, the post plant will be set. This time, turret should be available to give them the information. In fact, Forsaken is already watching, but he has Hunter's Fury. Oh, it's actually got past him, but the flash checks him anyway.
Reckoning going to clear a lot of space here as well. Give away that information. They know exactly where something is. He's stunned up, gunned up. Leaf able for one. Keeping it competitive. G2 3 versus 2. Having to fight through the pit, though, could be the advantage they need. In goes the Thrash, and Mindfreak can't quite dodge it. They know exactly where he is. The pressure is on Jing. He has to cover this man to keep the pit online, to keep the chances there for PRX, and he'll get nothing. Bar the one. G2 now double digits on the board. Pit invested for PRX, and credits are going to be, well.
I said it.
Put them into a
Please, Ilya, give me this.
Bladestorm, something, mentioned it in the first half. We know what this guy can do with it. Already going to take a lot of early space. They also have the Hunter's Fury as well, so if this can get into the late round,
oh god,
it could get dangerous.
They see all of them. They see all of them.
For the other side.
PRX are so fast. Usually that drone will slow you down a bit, but they just sprint straight at it, taking control over the site.
Oh, this is not a good plan.
Into play. Shock darts to harass the planter, and they're back out of there. Flank was attempted for a moment. G2, though, seemed to have fallen back.
The problem is they're going to wall the turret and flank.
But they might not know.
They're going to harbor wall the turret, I think.
Keen to give up on the A game. Still looking for, well, the A side.
Oh, please.
Yeah, now that flank.
Oh, they're fucking flank. Oh, they're not flanking.
Middle, getting all the information. The plant is going to be enabled, and something is dashed.
No, they're not flanking. They're not flanking.
Someone to give them a fight, because the weaponry's such a huge disadvantage for the rest of the team.
It's such a hard round to win.
Everything else is going to be those stingers. He just wants to try and get something out of it revealed.
They're so good at being careful.
Well, that flash sends all the support backwards. Jing's caught, still blinded up. Hunter's Fury goes through, though. Forsaken able to trade out onto Icy. Gets the push out of Divide. Back and forth, the kills go, but it's still G2 with the advantage. If they catch Mind Freak for free, it could be something, but he's freaking out, gliding Leaf down. The defuse already halfway. He's sticking it all the way.
Oh my God, we are trash!
On a sliver of health, gets it across the line with plenty of time left. It's 11-7. The lead for G2 cemented
immediately. I'm going to see that Viper's Pit. Try and funnel them in a different direction. Drone yet to be...
man. Trent is going to solo ult if they push this guy as well.
Could opt to try and fight him, but there's always a massive gamble, especially with the position that Jonah P is playing.
I also love the super deep alarm bot that they put in. The shock darts went through to try and deny that utility, assuming that you would be playing that little bit more passive, that it'd be around the choke point, but instead it's further up, just covering Jonah P's left side, if you think about it that way, and he can cover the right. A really nice setup. It's going to leave him in a very favorable fight either way, and if someone touches the alarm bot, Nano goes up, and Jonah can just fall back a little bit and play more passive.
Feels like they're doing exactly what G2 want them to do.
Yeah.
Like they're fighting for mid.
We can get Killjoy ult right now for free.
The B site. You got the Hunter's Fury for an attempt.
I do like this walk-in though.
To even clear something out on the retake. PRX are doing what they want, but it's whether or not, as always, this team can make it work anyway. It's going to be something looking for those aggressive fights. But I feel like G2 haven't given any of them away. They've been so good at making sure that doesn't happen. And already there's the man advantage.
Almost extended on. That shot just swinging through players, but with Mind Freak down, yeah.
Yeah, I think this is over, guys.
Now wide open. PRX don't have any ground to fall back to. They have to fight forward. That's exactly what they're going to try to do. Something in Forsaken, the sprays, just avoid it. Then G2 go on the push. Forsaken good for one, but Device fall, and the trades are there. Forsaken keeping it alive on the site, but he can't do much from that corner.
That's perfect.
And the spray, close as it was to a collat, it won't get it done.
G2 is literally playing perfectly.
12 rounds on the board for G2. 5 chances to close this one out. Lotus up next, and Bind if they need to go all the way. That's a...
And they haven't, other than the one with the Classic, they haven't had too many problems.
That's a good setup as well by them.
There we go, though. The battle for B. I think the expectation was after the A hits, it's going to eventually fall back in this direction.
Balance not going to get cleared.
A great spot, if not cleared. He's not been cleared. It's a bit of a mistake, and now he gets to just pounce on the remaining players. Even still, PRX are keeping this one close, and the Rez actually puts it in.
They saw him get out, I think.
I like the Balance just falling back, giving up that space. He'll use his wall to hopefully slow them down. Time won't be bought for the flank, but Leaf still alive. Device still alive, pardon. You got the turret up. Leaf wants to flank, but he'll be giving away that information soon. Lockdown in play, gets them the space on the site. Advantage there, damage done to Vale, and this seems to certainly be a favored round for PRX. Perhaps the start of the comeback. Shock Dart's good for some damage.
Oh god.
A few of these players now lit up.
Ooh, okay,
okay, good trades, good trades, good trades.
No chance with the trade.
Perfect trades this round, somehow.
Gonna heal himself back up, and leaves just a couple standing. Valen trying to bait them in, but they've put him into a tunnel.
Good job, man.
Round. Forsaken with 3, and PRX. Nope, not going to be anything. And it's the same again. Okay, nice shot. Someone's been doing their aim training, that's for sure. And even the trade's not looking good. Oh, not like this. This would be the worst way to let a map slip away. In fact, it's even...
What? It's a misclick.
Is he just fat-fingered?
He's misclicked it. He meant to drone.
Oh, that's just...
Oh,
it's gone horrifically. Mind Freak just comes out
Aaron,
with 3
thank
in a
you.
second. This round was looking like it was falling apart, but maybe in the most uncharacteristic way, they might take it anyway.
Aaron, just take me home, man.
In. That's the major danger, and now it's left all onto Jing. It's not been a great round, and now he's under real pressure. The spike is going to take some serious damage. And he's, I think he's just got lost in the source. Leaf is going to be there to close out the round around the PRX.
I'm running an ad, bro.
Definitely going to want to forget.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a hard one to forget, though. We'll be talking about that for a while. And MasterCard Thrifty closing out the map 13-8.
Bro,
and G2,
all we're doing...
they look very strong.
Look.
That was PRX.
We just be more fucking...
Hey guys, welcome to the stream.
When you're